These are air guns. No gunpowder, no explosions, and somehow they still hit hard enough to make real firearms feel personally attacked. If you still think air guns are toys, this video is about to permanently ruin that belief. Precision PCP Tactical Air Gun with Scope. A precision PCP rifle doesn't rely on explosions or recoil drama. It relies on something far scarier: control. Inside, compressed air is stored at extreme pressure and released with surgical timing. Not dumped, not wasted, measured. That's why this platform feels unnervingly confident. Every shot behaves the same, like it already knows where it's going. The tactical frame isn't for looks either. It stabilizes the system so more energy goes forward instead of shaking the rifle apart. And the scope? That's not optimism. That's expectation. This rifle doesn't guess. It repeats, which is exactly why PCP systems quietly crossed into territory people once thought was exclusive to firearms. AIRJAVELIN Pro. The AIRJAVELIN Pro launches full-length projectiles using compressed air, and that alone rewrites the rulebook. Instead of chasing raw speed, it leans into mass, balance, and aerodynamics. The result is energy that keeps going. The projectile doesn't panic in mid-air. It just glides forward like it has a plan. That's what makes this platform feel so different. It's not loud. It's not frantic. It's disturbingly calm, almost polite, and yet the physics involved are anything but gentle. This is what happens when air pressure stops pretending to be small and starts acting like a serious propulsion system. High-velocity, brake-barrel airgun. This is pure mechanical stubbornness turned into power. Brake-barrel airguns don't get help from air tanks or regulators. They store energy the old-fashioned way, by forcing metal and gas to cooperate under stress. When cocked, the internal system compresses air violently, then releases it in a blink. High-velocity versions refine this process until it becomes borderline disrespectful to physics. No electronics, no hoses, just stored force converting directly into forward motion. That's why these rifles feel so aggressive. Everything happens at once, blink and you miss it. It's proof that even the simplest designs, when pushed hard enough, can punch way above their perceived class. 510 Air Rifle. This is where subtlety officially leaves the room. 510 caliber air rifle does not care about your expectations. It doesn't chase speed records. It doesn't need to. Instead, it moves mass. And when mass moves, physics pays attention. The Tex Rex uses extreme air pressure to push heavyweight projectiles forward with unapologetic momentum. The energy transfer feels immediate, blunt, and undeniable. Nothing about this platform feels playful. It feels industrial, like it belongs in a testing facility instead of a catalog. This is the rifle that proves air power scales up far more dangerously than most people realize. Compact Bullpup PCP Air Gun. This rifle is a masterclass in efficiency. By moving the action behind the trigger, the Bullpup design shortens the rifle without shortening the barrel. And barrel length matters a lot. More barrel means more time for compressed air to do its job. The result? A compact platform that hits like something much larger. High-pressure air, efficient airflow, and smart layout combine into a rifle that feels dense with power. It doesn't look oversized. It doesn't sound dramatic. It just performs. Quietly, relentlessly. This is what happens when engineers stop caring about tradition and start caring about results. NCR PCP Air Gun. The NCR is what happens when power stops showing off and starts acting professional. This rifle doesn't explode with chaos. It regulates itself. Inside, compressed air is released with the kind of discipline usually reserved for laboratory equipment. That means every shot feels eerily familiar, like déjà vu in mechanical form. No surprises, no mood swings. Just steady, repeatable force. The design philosophy here isn't about flash, it's about confidence. When a system knows exactly how much energy to deliver, it doesn't need to shout. It just performs. And that calm, almost boring reliability, that's the part people underestimate, right until they realize how much pressure is being controlled. CO2 Tactical BB. Yes, it uses compressed gas instead of massive air tanks. And no, that does not make it weak. Modern CO2 systems time gas release with brutal efficiency, delivering sharp, fast bursts of energy. Add steel BBs into the equation, and suddenly density starts doing the work. The tactical frame isn't cosmetic. It keeps everything rigid so energy goes forward instead of sideways. The result feels fast, aggressive, and slightly unhinged. It's the reminder that even lower pressure systems become dangerous when engineering stops wasting gas and starts weaponizing timing. FX Maverick Slug Power Kit Airgun. This is not a pellet rifle pretending to be powerful. The Maverick was built for slugs, heavy, bullet-like projectiles that don't give up energy easily. The power kit fine-tunes how air moves, how long it pushes, and how smoothly it releases. That tuning is the secret. Instead of dumping pressure, the system stretches it, turning compressed air into sustained acceleration. The result is force that carries forward far longer than you expect. This rifle doesn't spike, it drives. And once you understand that, you realize why slug-focused airguns are starting to scare people who used to laugh at the category. Suppress Sniper PCP Airgun. Here's the lie. Suppression is about silence. The truth, it's about efficiency. By controlling how excess air escapes, suppressed PCP rifles redirect wasted energy forward. That means smoother shots, less turbulence, and more usable force. Combine that with long barrels and regulated pressure, and suddenly every shot feels calculated. Nothing rushes, nothing jolts. It's just steady, linear power delivery. The sniper-style layout reinforces that mindset. It's built to stay stable while pressure does the work. This rifle doesn't feel loud or dramatic. It feels deliberate, which somehow makes it more unsettling. PR-776 CO2 BB Airgun. Compact rifles aren't supposed to feel serious. The PR-776 didn't get that memo. Reinforced internals allow it to push CO2 efficiency right to the edge, producing sharp mechanical energy with every cycle. The frame stays rigid, the gas release stays fast, and nothing feels wasted. It doesn't rely on size to feel powerful. It relies on precision. Each shot snaps with intent, like the system is daring you to underestimate it. This is the kind of rifle that looks manageable, right up until you realize how much pressure is being unleashed in such a small space. NITRO Piston Tactical Hunting Airgun. This is what happens when spring systems grow up and go to the gym. Nitro piston rifles replace old-school metal springs with sealed gas chambers, and the difference is immediate. Instead of rattling and vibrating like they're fighting themselves, these systems move with purpose. Power delivery is faster, smoother, and far more controlled. Less energy gets lost, shaking the rifle apart, which means more goes exactly where it's supposed to. The tactical design isn't for show. It stabilizes the platform so pressure can do its job efficiently. The result feels sharp and confident, like the rifle finishes the shot before you even realize it started. 1A1 Carbine Airgun. This one hides its attitude behind a familiar face. The 1A1 Carbine looks classic, almost nostalgic, but internally it's running on modern airgun logic. Improved compression geometry and refined airflow allow it to generate far more energy than its appearance suggests. Lightweight construction keeps it balanced, while the internal system focuses on efficient pressure release instead of brute force. That contrast is what makes it dangerous to underestimate. It feels friendly, it feels manageable, and then you realize how much force is moving through that barrel with zero gunpowder involved. Multi-shot tactical airgun with rails. This rifle is built around repetition, not theatrics. Multi-shot systems live or die by air management, and this one gets it right. Pressure is released consistently from shot to shot, preventing power drop-off and maintaining uniform energy delivery. The rigid tactical frame keeps everything aligned, so nothing gets wasted in flex or vibration. Rails aren't just cosmetic here. They signal that this platform is meant to stay composed under sustained use. Instead of one dramatic moment, it delivers controlled force again and again. And that consistency is exactly what makes it impressive. Emerge, break barrel pellet rifle. Break barrel rifles are often dismissed as basic. The Emerge exists to correct that mistake. Reinforced pivots, improved seals, and optimized compression chambers allow it to store and release more mechanical energy than traditional designs. When it fires, everything happens instantly. No delay, no gradual buildup. Just a sharp conversion of stored force into forward motion. It's old-school mechanics, refined to modern standards. No tanks, no electronics. Just physics, doing its job very efficiently. Folding stock CO2 air gun. Portability usually comes with a power penalty. This rifle refuses to accept that deal. The folding stock reduces size without sacrificing barrel efficiency, while improved internal seals prevent gas from escaping prematurely. That means compressed CO2 gets used properly instead of being wasted. The result is a compact platform that still delivers confident, energetic output. It's the kind of rifle that looks convenient first and powerful second, which is exactly why it catches people off guard. Synthetic stock PCP airgun. Synthetic stocks don't look powerful, and that's exactly why they're dangerous. Unlike wood, synthetic materials don't flex, swell, or argue with the weather. That rigidity matters when you're controlling extreme air pressure. Less flex means better barrel alignment, and better alignment means more energy actually goes forward instead of being lost to tiny movements you never see. Inside, the PCP system does its calm, terrifying job, storing massive pressure and releasing it with discipline. Nothing dramatic, nothing flashy, just controlled force doing exactly what it's told. This rifle doesn't feel emotional, it feels engineered. And that's always the scary part. SIDELEVER Tactical Carbine Airgun. SIDELEVER actions exist for one reason: leverage. By moving the cocking mechanism to the side, this design allows stronger internal compression without fighting the system. That means higher pressure, smoother cycling, and less mechanical stress. In carbine form, all that power gets packed into a short, dense platform that feels heavier than it looks. Not in weight, but in intent. The tactical layout keeps everything tight and aligned, so energy doesn't escape sideways. It's compact, confident, and unapologetically efficient. This is mechanical advantage turned directly into force. Full Auto Tactical BB Airgun. This rifle doesn't ask how powerful one shot is. It asks how many shots you can stack back to back. Full auto airguns redefine power through volume. Rapid gas cycling releases pressure continuously, creating cumulative kinetic energy that adds up fast. Each individual shot may feel modest, but together they become overwhelming. The system relies on precise gas timing to avoid choking itself, which is harder than it sounds. When done right, it feels relentless, like the rifle never pauses to breathe. It's a reminder that repetition can be just as intimidating as raw force. Long-range pre-charged airgun. Long-range PCP rifles are obsessed with one thing: efficiency over time. Extended barrels give compressed air more opportunity to push the projectile, extracting every possible bit of energy before pressure drops. Regulated systems keep output consistent, so power doesn't fade just because distance increases. The result is force that stays relevant far longer than people expect from an air-powered platform. Nothing here feels rushed. Everything feels calculated. This rifle isn't about dramatic speed. It's about energy that refuses to disappear. Camo Break Barrel Airgun. Camouflage makes this rifle look playful. That's a lie. Underneath the pattern is a reinforced break barrel system built to handle extreme compression. Modern gas technology allows it to store more mechanical energy than older designs ever could. When released, that energy converts instantly into forward motion. Sharp, decisive, and unapologetic. No tanks, no hoses, just stored force doing what physics tells it to do. This is traditional airgun design, pushed right up to its modern limit, wearing camo like a disguise. Big bore airgun. Big bore airguns don't chase speed records. They don't need to. Instead of trying to go faster, they go heavier, much heavier. Massive projectiles absorb compressed air efficiently, turning pressure into unstoppable momentum. The result isn't flashy, it's final. Energy transfers immediately. Like the air itself decided to punch something. This is where the myth of air equals weak completely collapses. When enough mass moves, with enough pressure behind it, physics stops negotiating. Big bore platforms prove that gunpowder isn't the only way to generate serious authority. It's just the loudest. Quiet tactical pellet air gun. Quiet doesn't mean gentle. In this case, it means efficient. Internal shrouds and air management systems control how excess pressure escapes, redirecting wasted energy forward instead of letting it explode outward. That smooths the shot cycle and increases usable force at the same time. The tactical layout keeps everything rigid, so nothing gets lost in vibration. The result feels calm, controlled, and strangely confident. This rifle doesn't announce itself, it just does its job, which somehow makes it more unsettling than louder platforms. Tactical PCP Air Rifle. This is the blueprint modern air power is built on. A tactical PCP rifle stores extreme pressure, regulates it carefully, and releases it with discipline. No drama, no chaos. Every component exists to keep airflow smooth and predictable. The tactical chassis isn't cosmetic. It stabilizes the system so pressure turns into forward energy instead of internal stress. The result is firearm-like authority, without combustion, recoil, or heat. This category exists because it works, over and over again. Multi-pump tactical pellet air rifle. This rifle turns effort into stored power. Each pump adds pressure, stacking energy until the system is ready to release it. Modern sealing and compression geometry ensure that work isn't wasted. Instead of leaking away, pressure stays locked in, waiting. When it finally releases, the result surprises people who still think multi-pump designs are outdated. There's something unsettling about knowing all that force came from repeated, deliberate input. It's slow power, patiently accumulated, then unleashed all at once. SYNERGIS Underlever Airgun. Underlever designs solve a problem most people never notice: barrel movement. By keeping the barrel fixed, energy transfer becomes more efficient and more consistent. The SYNERGIS refines this concept by maximizing compression with every cycle. Less mechanical loss, more usable force. The shot feels clean, sharp, and deliberate. It's not flashy, and it doesn't try to be. This rifle is about mechanical perfection, where every part does exactly what it's supposed to, and nothing is wasted. A quiet reminder that efficiency is its own kind of power. So yeah, still calling them toys? Because physics disagrees. Gunpowder is optional, pressure is not. Comment which one shocked you the most, and subscribe before air itself starts getting banned.